Mệt lắm. Bị soi nhỉ.
Sorry.
Hướng dẫn học sinh.
Nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật điều chỉnh cái cam số 2 xoay chỉnh và tắt mic của cái cam số 3 đi ạ. Đã bị vọng.
Mic cam số 3 của. So good afternoon, and my name is Anh, and I'm come from TRUNG High School, and I'm very glad to be here. So I'm ready to pick my topic.
Yeah, okay. Which number?
So I will choose the number 13.
13, right?
Yes.
Okay, so topic 7 is about animals, and you have 3 minutes to talk about it. Let's start.
So in this days and age, utilizing animals and the natural creatures is like a hot potato among some individuals, not only in my country but also in all over the world. And I completely concur with this idea, because using animals for the recreation should be prohibited because of following reasons. So to begin with, I suppose that some natural creatures have been beaten by some trainers, because you can see that many trainers are using some rod and some long rod or something like the electric poles to beat and to fight against some of the animals, to force them to follow their introduced in their follow to them. And so I think that it is a harrowing cases, and that can lead to some of the heart or some disorder that relate to the emotion of the animals. You can see that some animals are just like the human being. They also have the sense of hardness or something like soreness. And I think that if people have to take more seriously concern about utilizing and abusing the animals for recreations. So the second thing is that I think about the habitat and the habits of some animal. You can see that they live in a unpleasant environment, because take some baby panda as an example. They have to live from their mother and from their flesh and blood, so that I think they will be forget about their origins and their habits. So that leads to some of the depression among these animals. And to conclude, I think that this way of abusing animals and something like the natural creatures should be prohibited for the sake of the environmental issues. So thank you for your listening.
All right, thank you.
Hey, good job. What do you think animals should be used for?
Can you repeat your question?
Yeah, sure. What do you think animals should be used for?
So, from my personal perspective, I suppose that the animals can utilize for some purpose, like the commercial purpose. Like you can utilize them to produce some dairy, like milk or butter, that can serve our living, like the products of food, and the lard to make some clothes for the individuals to wear. And moreover, I think that animals can be kept in the zoo for the observation of some citizens. You can see that if we and if many individuals out there can have the ability to approach some of the animals and some of the endangered species, we will be more grateful and appreciate them. And I think that those yes. Okay.
Okay. Now, what do you think about humans being used for entertainment?
So, when it comes to the recreation that the humans have produced for and utilize the animals, I think it is quite harrowing and quite hazardous to some species, because you can see that they have to have to depend on their willingness and their affections to the people, to some species, but with the entertainment, we have to force them to follow to our laws, our rules, so that they don't have the freedom, that have the sense of freedom. So I think that is a warning concern that people have take into consideration.
Hey, good. No more questions from me.
All right.
Okay. Sorry. Would you stop eating meat to preserve animals?
So to me, I'm a Vietnamese girl, and I can obviously see that many people around me are the vegan or the vegetarian. But for me, it is too tricky for me to just eat the vegetables or something like just beans or the nuts. But I think I will try to eat just vegetable on about once a month or twice a month to reduce the consumption of meat and that the products that related to the animals.
Okay.
All right. I have some questions for you. Do you have any pets?
So to be frank, I don't have any pet, because you can see that I'm a high school student. So I don't have much time and adequate time to spend or something like sleeping or relaxation. So I can't hire a pet, and it is quite a little bit. I always have a desire to have a pet, but I don't have the inadequately favorable condition.
Mm-hmm. All right. So according to you, what is the main difference between animals kept in the zoo and the pets?
So I think some animals that are keeping and capturing in the zoo, and to some pets, I think that if I have a pet, I will just nurture them and feed for them. And moreover, it is just mine, and it is my it is, and I will have the responsibility for my pet, and of course, on the other hand, in terms of some animals in the zoo that is keeping and capturing by the administrations, so that that is the responsibility of administrations. Moreover, people can absorb and approach to some species for something like for observation or something like can meet them and feed them. So I think that's all I think about.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Phương Anh.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Bye. Hello, Tuấn Anh. Please turn on the mic.
Good afternoon. My name is Tuấn Anh. I came from NaDi High School, and I'm glad to see you today.
Hello.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, so choose the number on the screen.
I'll choose number 14, please.
14, right?
Right.
Okay, that's a very interesting topic about COVID-19, right? And you have 3 minutes to talk about it. Let's start.
Yes. The COVID-19 pandemic has had many impacts on every individuals all over the world, and I myself have to stay at home and to study distance. So during the curfews and the lockdowns, I've learned a lot of things too, and find it quite useful. So the first thing that I want to mention is, I've learned to, appreciate all the values in my home, as I've learned to care more about my health and my family as well. Firstly, I try to, follow the guides of the healthy eating pyramid so that I can eat healthily, and I exercise regularly to, boost my immune system so that I can get better. I can feel better every day, feel energetic to accomplish all the tasks in my day. And I spent a lot of more time to have open communication with my family members, especially my mother. And I spent a lot of time to play with my elder brother as well. And I think we get the mutual understanding, and we can understand better. We respect each other's opinions and each other response. And another thing that I feel more responsible, and I always try to stay at home, and I always wear a face mask when I go out, and I try to keep the social distance between me and other people, in maybe my neighbors and my friends as well, so as I can safeguard me, my family members, and my friends as well. And another thing that I have learned is, to apply all the technology in my study. I find it's really useful to use, for example, the app PowerPoint. I've mastered it, and I learned how to make slides, and I can illustrate all the lessons. I can show my opinions about the lessons to my teachers and my classmates, so that they can find it more interesting to absorb all the theories and knowledges. And so to conclude, I think that I've learned a lot of useful and memorable things in this due to this COVID-19 pandemic. Thanks for listening.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Hey, good job. Would you want to have the lockdown continue longer?
Actually, I always hope this COVID-19 pandemic will stop, and every citizens all over the world can have can come back to their normal life, especially my family and me. I really want to come back to my school and meet my classmates as well as my teachers, so that I can interact with them, and I really I miss them so much. And also my parents, they earn less during this COVID-19 pandemic, as their job is influenced a lot. And I really hope that they can get back to work and earn more money, maybe to buy me some new things and to satisfy their own needs as well.
Anything about the lockdown that you wish would continue after lockdown?
But actually, if the lockdown must be continued, I really want to learn about maybe another thing. Maybe I will learn to play some music instrument, or maybe I will try some gym practices, such as to improve to strengthen my body, and maybe to have some muscles. I really want to be stronger, and it's a lot better when you're stronger, as you will have less chance to get COVID-19. And maybe I will try to study harder, and maybe find the best method that I can study. And of course, I will try to have memorable experiences with my family members, as I really love them, and I'll try to lend a sympathetic ear to my families, especially my parents. They have to suffer a lot during this COVID-19 pandemic, and I want to do something, maybe all household chores. I will cook for them, so that I can share the burden which is put on them right now. It's really pressure, So.
More questions?
Okay, so the in your presentation, you mentioned online learning, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so have you had any difficulties during online learning?
Of course, actually, at first I have some troubles with the PowerPoint, as it's kind of strange to me at first, and I have to choose between a lot of toolbars and different options, and I don't know how to manage it appropriately and properly. But through times I have tried many different ways to access to it, and I find it's really interesting and useful to use that app to observe all the knowledges. And maybe it's about the lack of interaction, the social interaction between me and my classmates and my friends as well. Sometimes I find it kind of boring to just sit in front of the screen all the day, and maybe I'm pretty afraid that the blue light can harm my eyes and make me short-sighted. And I schedule the timetable carefully to avoid that, as I only sit on it in a specific time early in the day, so that I can avoid all those harm.
All right, one more question for you. So according to you, who will benefit the most during lockdown?
I'm sorry, can you repeat it?
All right, according to you, who will benefit the most in lockdown?
So in my opinion, in lockdowns, maybe it's the sellers, the online sellers, may be the best benefited from the lockdown, as they will have the chance to, broaden their markets, and the goods that they sell can be approached to many more viewers and readers on the social platforms, and they can earn a lot of money, as everyone have to stay at home. Everyone has this, and they have to purchase everything online. And I think it might be the individuals who works in medical areas, the sellers, maybe drugstore, they sell a lot of face masks and face masks and other things, like some pills, or maybe they can give instructions to you so that you can avoid the COVID-19, as well as so that I think they are the most benefits in this situation.
All right, good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, good job. Goodbye.
Hello, teachers.
Hello, Chi.
My name is Lingxi, and today I'm very happy to be here. How are you?
Pretty good. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, so choose a number, Chi.
Okay, so let me see. Con chọn số 6 ạ.
All right, so your topic is 8 and about students' volunteer work. You have 3 minutes to talk about it. Let's start.
Okay, so as a high school student, I can say that school is just not a place. High school is just not a place where I prepare for the college. I can make sure that high school is the where I can learn how to truly become a good citizen. And I realized that a major factor to become a good citizen is interaction with the community. And one of the most common way to connect with the community is through the volunteerism. And today, I will be here to explain the reason why students should encourage to do some volunteer work for the community service. Well, so the first thing I would like to mention is that, when children join in some community service, they will have a wide range of opportunities to widen their social circle. For example, if I attend in some a fundraising event of UNESCO, I will got a chance to build up relationship with the executive board, and many of whom are some specialists outside the non-profit community. And then, if I really worked well, I will get a referral from the specialists, and which will powerfully boost my opportunities to get the good job in the future. Well, on top of that, I could say that when the students join in the community service, they will get a chance to learn some manner attitudes. For example, if I am a volunteer participant in some nursing home or the care home for the elderly, I would got big chance to encourage my soft skills, and I will realize how important it is to say thank you and please to the seniors. And this problem, this one will solve the problem effectively, will solve the problem of losing the manner among the youngsters nowadays. Moreover, the government will have a productive workforce, since all students join in the community service, and then they can spend less money on the recruitment service for the voluntary work. So yeah, in a nutshell, I would say that students should be encouraged to join in the community service since they will got a lot of benefits. And I myself think that school should add some unpaid community service in the learning assessment to motivate and encourage their students to join as a part of the community. And that is all of my presentation. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you.
Hey, good job. How much community service should students do?
Oh, well, thank you for your questions. And as a high school student, I can make sure that we have so many schedules at school, and we also have to join in some extracurricular activities. So therefore, I think students can spend 10 hours per week in order to join in the community service, to widen their social circle and involve in some voluntary work so that they can get a lot of benefits from community service.
Hey, good job. And what about when they graduate? Should people still continue to do volunteer work?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, sure. So you think students should volunteer? What about adults? Should people continue?
Okay, thank you for your questions. And I can confirm that voluntary work is not only encouraged, is not just for students and some youngsters. Adults should take part in some community service as a part of the community, since so I think the most effective way in order to encourage the adults to join in some community service is authority can have some Sunday in order to encourage everyone and raise the awareness of helping the other people like the elderly or the orphan in some local areas, so that they can raise the awareness of adults in take part in some voluntary work.
Hey, good. No more questions from me.
Any questions, Bob? No? Okay, one more question for you. So according to you, is it better to give the needy necessities like food, clothes, money, or we should train them in order that they can find a job in the future?
Oh, well, thank you for your intriguing questions. Oh, yeah, I have to confirm that I've already thought of this situation before, and I myself believe that hardworking is the key. So we should, instead of just offering all their necessities like food, clothes, and everything that they need, we should educate them how to earn money by their own by themselves. Like, for example, if I myself see a homeless children, I will offer them some skills and I will offer them some education in order they can sell some small things so that they can earn money by themselves, and they will know that hard work is the key. And I believe that I prefer to offer them some education and soft skills in order to offer them opportunities to getting good job in the future and good earning themselves.
All right, thank you.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah, that's all for you.
Have a nice day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor to take part in the English speaking contest today. My full name is Luyện and I'm a student in THPT High School.
Hey, hello, Luyện.
Yes.
Would you like to choose a number?
Yes, I would choose number 2.
Hey, okay.
Okay, so let's talk about natural disasters.
I would like to change my topic, please.
Okay. So which number you want to choose?
I would choose number 18.
18, right?
Yes. Well, the globe faces an extraordinary problem in 2019, which is called COVID-19. The epidemic not only transformed the way our society works, but it also taught us a lot of things. Especially, I have learned. Sorry, the time. Okay. The globe faces an extraordinary problem in 2019, which is known as COVID-19. This epidemic not only transformed the way our society works, but it also taught lots of things. And especially, I have learned a lot throughout lockdown period. And in today's speech, I will list some reasons that support my saying. To begin with, the most evident thing I have learned in lockdown period was community is essential. Well, as a part of communities during this pandemic, I realized that I have realized the importance of human connections, as well as being aware of how much people important to me. And I also maintain my social connections. Well, secondly, lockdown is actually a chance for me to care more about myself. Well, I pay more attention to my appearance, my abilities, and my my health. For instance, I start spending more time learning how to dress up nicely, working out regularly, and improving my ability. Well, last but not least, thanks to lockdown period, I learned how to be a good family member. I spent more time with my family, satisfied my parents' need, and even share household chores with my sister. Especially, I felt sympathy and know more about my family members. Well, in conclusion, I just want to say that the best thing I have learned in lockdown was where there is a will, there is a way, and any obstacle is breakable. So all the thing you need to do is it's overcome problems and finding new ways to finding ways to live a new lifestyle. Thank you for listening.
All right, thank you. Any questions for her?
Yeah, good job. Do you think lockdown made you a better person?
Yes, I definitely think so. Because as I just said, during lockdown, I have learned a lot of things. I learned to care more about myself. For example, my appearance, my health, my ability. And I also learned a lot about the self-study. I learned harder. Yeah, I learned more. Hardworking like that. Yeah.
Hey, good. So you say made you a better person. Do you want lockdown to continue throughout 2022?
No, actually, I don't think that there's anyone would like it to continue, because as lockdown has taught me many things, but I still want a normal world, just like before. Like we can go outside, we can do everything without scaring that we might meet COVID. And I really dislike quarantine. Yeah, I just want to go to school and spend time with my friends.
Hey, good. That's all from me.
Yeah. Do you think that after lockdown ends, you'll continue to be this close to your family?
Of course. Not only in the lockdown period, but in most of my time, yeah, I will always spend my time with my family, because family, they are the most reliable people to me. I always turn to them to confide in. Yeah.
Okay. You said you became a better person. Do you think that other people also got better persons, or do you think that they maybe got worse?
Well, I think it's based on each person, because there will have person who's learned more and improved their self, but there will be also people those doesn't care about their self. They can during the lockdown period, they're gonna just lie down, and then they like lazier. They become lazier and more reliable on technical devices such as mobile phone and laptops or television, like that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, T.
Thank you. Have a nice afternoon.
You too.
Good afternoon, judges. Nice to meet you again. Yes.
Hey, hello.
Yes. Yes, nice to meet you again. I'm very happy to be here.
All right, so choose the number on the screen. All right.
All right. Yeah,
just
can
wait
you?
for the cameras.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes. Can you hear me clearly?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Oh, it's hard to choose a number.
Xin nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật bật cam số 2, cam số 3 này.
Sorry, we have to wait because the cameras turn on.
Oh, thầy bật cam số mấy 2 mấy 3. Vâng. Oh, what? Sorry. Yeah. There's some problem. Yeah. Yes. Oh, wasting is not easy. Bật cam thầy ơi. Oh my God. I'm so sorry for a problem.
Maybe out, sorry.
Nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật bật cam số 2 lên, cam số 3.
Dạ vâng, bọn em đang ở phòng chờ. Vâng, đang vào. Cả cam số 3 nữa thầy ơi.
Đây cam 3 rồi, cam 2. Ok, mời em chọn một số trên màn hình.
Alright, so sorry, we have to turn.
Giờ thầy bật cam 1 lên, cam 1 lại tắt mất rồi.
Oh my God.
Em bật cam số 1 lên, để bật rồi lại sao lại tắt đi. Ok, được rồi đấy.
Yeah, it's okay, man.
No.
Oh my God, there's so much
Okay,
problem.
let's choose the number, Cường.
All right, so I will choose the number 11. Oh, what happened? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you, but
Yeah,
I
I know. So there's some problem with my camera, I think. So before you choose a number and I see the topic, I want everything is fair. All right. Thầy ơi, cái cam nó cứ tắt đi rồi bật lại ạ. So wait for me.
Rồi. Cường ơi, em sẽ chuẩn bị nhé, em nhờ các thầy cô giáo chuẩn bị cẩn thận hơn, chu đáo hơn về phần khâu kỹ thuật nhá. Hiện tại là cam 1 và cam 3 không có, thì Cường sẽ thi sau nhé Cường nhá. Không nhận gì nữa.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello.
Nhìn thấy không?
Xin nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật bật cam số 2, cam số 3 lên ạ.
Bật cam số 2 và cam số 3.
Nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật của số danh 081 khẩn trương bật cam số 2, cam số 3 lên ạ. Mời cô giáo đi ra khỏi phòng. Xin mời em chọn một số trên màn hình.
Okay, I choose number 4.
Okay, topic 5 is about love. You have 3 minutes to talk about it. Let's start.
Okay. Everyone always say love and hate is two most important emotions of human that everyone could feel ever. Many people say that love is more powerful than hate. From my point of view, I strongly agree with this idea because of the following reasons. Firstly, it is love that brings people with many new positive changes. Let me see. For example, when being fostered in love, children with impairments can tend to grow up more independently and learn how to overcome their difficulties by themselves to to integrate into our society. In contrast, hate is considered as a destructive force, not powerful one. For instance, when being fostered in hate, our kids have tend to be badly behaved and more violent. Second, another explanation for my support is that love can transform, but love can't. But hate can't. It is obvious that love transformation can have people united, sympathetic, and kind. For example, in the COVID-19 pandemic situation, people are willing to help others and share anything they have with people in need without hesitation. They call on not only regional but also international support for victims to overcome the COVID-19 pandemic. Without love, we cannot do this. Last but not least, love also is a source of inspiration and creativity. It is obvious that love can generate many inspiration. For example, several inventions were designed by the persistence and passion of many scientists. So I think love is more important than hate.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, good. Have you ever acted out of hate?
Well, excuse me, can you make it clearly for me?
Yeah, sure. Have you ever acted out of hate?
Oh, I think I was, yes.
Can you give an example?
Well, when my classmates have better marks than me, I was a little bit of envy, but I don't think it is hate. I will make it my motivation and help me study better and harder.
Hey, okay. And what about love? Have you ever acted out of love?
Yes, love. Oh, I always get on well with my parents because I love them so much. And I always try my best to respect and show my love for my parents, also for my teachers and friends.
Hey, okay. No more questions from me.
Okay. So you say you prefer love. Do you think that everyone should love all the time?
I don't think so, because love and hate is two feelings and emotions of everyone, and not all the time everyone feel love, because they can be angry and jealous with someone. But I think love is the most important. That can be an inspiration, creativity, or motivation for everyone.
Okay. So do you think that people should love more?
Yes, I think we need to spread this positive feeling for a better community, to dispel the detestation.
Okay, and how would you do that?
Well, as a student, I will show my respect and my love for my parents. Yes, because I just have 2 years before I leave home and stay away. Okay. And I always try my best to have my parents with housework or spend more time with them besides studying.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, can I leave?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I leave now.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Good afternoon again. It is third
Welcome
time.
back, Cường.
Yes, I'm so sorry for connection problem. So yes, I was still choose number 11.
Nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật bật cam số 3 lên ạ.
Thầy ơi. Cam số 3. Chưa bật thầy, chưa bật.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
So 11, right?
Yes.
11. All right.
Oh.
Once again about love, and you have 3 minutes. Let's start.
Yes, thank you. So let me introduce something about myself first. My name is THÄNG, and you can call me Cường. And today I'm very happy to be here with you in this contest. And I hope you enjoy the day and also enjoy my presentation too. So yeah, my question is, love is more beautiful than hate? What's your opinion? Yes. So I must say that love and hate is a very popular emotion that we have, right? All the songs, all the poems, they all write about love and hate. And love, I will give some definition first. Love is a strong emotion that when you really like something, and hate is a strong emotion when you really dislike. And I believe that love and hate, both of them is powerful and important in our life. Yeah. So love, yeah, everyone, we cannot live without love, and peaceful and confident, and everything our life. Love is very, I think it's very necessary part of our life. But I want people to change their perspective about hate. Yeah, people often think that hate is something that's very bad, right? But I think I believe that hate is also a crucial part of our life. Hate is because when you love something, it also means that you hate the opposite thing. Because when you love peace, it also means that you hate war. Because when you love your family, it also means that you hate the thing that can hurt their family, right? So I believe this emotion, and this doesn't matter which is more important, but the thing that matters, the thing that important is that the way the people deal with it, the way people use their emotion, the way people deal with their emotion, right? Because love and hate is an emotion, the emotion, it can be temporary and changeable, but the way people deal can affect a lot of people. You should let your love spread everywhere, and you can control your hate and control your action, and not hate, it's not hurt anyone, right? Don't dislike Hitler just because he loved wrong thing and he hates wrong thing too. He hates the jail of people. Yeah, right. So I believe that love and hate is both of them are powerful and important, but it's not important than the way people use it. Thank you for listening to me. That's all for my presentation.
Hey, good job. What are some things that you love?
Oh, yes, I said people all love their family, right? And we love peace. We want to live we want to be peacefully. And I also love my friend, my teacher, and I love you too. I really love this content. I really love to meeting you today. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, it's, but I, in my opinion, that everyone that come to my life and help me, and help me better, get better like you. They're very precious to me. And I really appreciate you today because thanks for your hard working. I know that I have made some problem or some device thing, but I think you still sympathize for me. And I really love that. And thank you. Yeah.
Okay. And are there any things that you hate?
Sure. Hate is my emotion. I honestly, I have to say that the things I hate is sometimes myself. Yes, because I think it's not a good emotion, but sometimes I really hate myself when I lazy, but I cannot control my action. So I know that the way people use the emotion is a thing important, not just the emotion. So sometimes I really hate myself, but I try to overcome it. I try to overcome the bad emotion to act, to live happily, not just like be always sad and let my life go somewhere that I cannot control it. Yes. Thank you.
Hey, good job.
Yes.
No more questions.
Yeah, thank you, Cường. That's all for you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. Thank you for your time. Bye.
Yeah, good afternoon, teacher. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Hello, Hằng.
Hello, teacher. My name is Phạm Minh Hằng. I'm come from Xuân Trường Si High School. Today, I'm very happy to be here to meet you. Yeah, now I'm ready.
Xin nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật viên bật cam số 2, cam số 3, cam 1.
Cô ơi, cam số 1 không lên được cô ạ. Can you see me, teacher?
Yes. Oh no, not a one camera.
I'm sorry because of problem. Can you wait me a few minutes?
All right.
Yeah, can you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so now choose a number, Hằng.
I would like to choose number 9.
All right, number 14. Prevention is better than cure. And you have 3 minutes to talk about it. Right, let's start.
Well, you heard prevention is better than cure. It is an important proverb. You know, I strongly believe that this proverb, because if you acting according to this proverb and understand the proverb, you can staying away from various kinds of ailments or as well as problems of our life. First of all, you know, in this coronavirus disease, people have to learn social distancing, another wearing face mask or wash our hand to protect ourselves from infection. Because if people become infected with COVID-19, you will be sick for many days, or even many people have also died, or even spend their time on ventilator to keep their life. Secondly, in other aspects of life, such as if I have an argument with my friend, I'm ensure not use harsh word to prevent hurt my friend feelings or emotion. And you know, if you say that you can never give it back, or another. For example, you can hear that if you can hear that if people have a problem, you have to prevent it happen before it going to bed in the first place. In short, I totally agree with this statement because it's a vital proverb we should all remember. Yes, this is the end of my presentation. Thanks for your attention. Now I'm ready to answer the question.
Thank you.
Hey, good job. What are some things that you try to prevent in your life?
I beg your pardon, please.
Sorry?
Can you repeat the question for me?
Yeah, sure. What are some things that you try to prevent in your own life?
Well, to be honest, I have to prevent something bad in my life, such as, for example, 2 months ago, I have an argument with my friend, and I remind myself that I should use the harsh question to make them hurt. And yeah, I think after that I cease talk to and find out the solution, and we become more closeness and understand each other. Yes, that's all for my answer.
Hey, good. And is there anything in your life that you failed to prevent that you had to cure?
Well, thanks for your questions. It's an interesting question for me. I have a situation I fail in prevention. So when near my examination day, I start study and I have bad results. I can't have enough time to prepare my lesson, and I remind myself that I have to learn on time and submitting my assignment on time to get a better result. Yes, that's all for my answer.
Hey, good answer. That is all from me.
All right, one more question for you. So how can you prevent yourself from COVID-19?
Well, of course, in this COVID-19 pandemic, everyone have to protect ourselves, and I am not an exception. I have to stay at home and wear face mask. I wash my hand usually. I wash my hand frequently and have a good diet to boost my immune system. Yes, that's all for my answer.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Hằng. That's all for you.
Have a good afternoon. Goodbye and see you the nearest time.
Hey, goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.
Good afternoon, teachers. Hello everyone.
Điện.
Yeah, my name is Động from Điện High School. Good afternoon, teachers.
Hey, hello. Would you like to choose a number?
Yeah, of course. I want to choose number 12. Số 12 ạ.
Xin nhờ cô kỹ thuật quay lại cam đi ạ. Ok.
All right, topic number 12, it is about honesty, and you have 3 minutes. Let's start.
Okay, I want to start my presentation with some simple questions. Have you ever told a lie? I dare you to have. But have you ever regretted telling the truth? I bet you have too. And these two simple questions all related to honesty. Well, there is a saying that honesty is the best policy. And I myself, from my perspective, I just partly agree with this statement. And here am I to tell you the reasons why. On the one hand, being honest, of course, brings us a lot of advantages. So the first thing I want to mention is that being honest gives us a feeling of comfortable. It is irrefutable that a liar always worry about the truth will be uncovered one day. They have to remember which one is truth and which one is not. So they also have to act so that the other person will not realize anything. And in some certain cases, the liars just choose to tell the truth with these people, but told a lie with the others. So they have to remember who they told the truth and who they didn't. And living such that life is so uncomfortable. So the second thing I want to mention is being honest enhances your reputation in life. For example, an honest shopkeeper has a tendency to flourish gradually and steadily because of his reputation, to be honest. But on the contrary, if a shopkeeper just want to just focus on how to develop in the best way easily, so they sell the goods at a higher cost, and maybe sooner or later, this shopkeeper will be patronized by their customers. But on the other hand, being honest is not always the best policy. Why? Because I believe that in some certain situation, being honest is maybe unacceptable, and maybe a lie, or not, maybe a lie, or maybe avoid telling the truth is maybe a better choice. I will take some example, like when we want to avoid a conflict, or you want to protect other feelings. So at this point, honesty is not the best choice. So in a nutshell, through the aforementioned reasons, I hope that I myself has clarified why I just partly agree with the statement, honesty is the best policy. But of course, I still believe that honesty is, a very important thing in our life. So if you are afraid that one day you will be taken advantages because you are too honest, so just be alert, but never lose your honesty, never lose yourself. Thank you for listening.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, can you give examples of when you had to lie in your own life?
Sorry, can you just rephrase your question?
Yeah, can you give some examples of when you had to lie in your own life?
Okay, so first of all, thank you for your question. I have to say that in my entire life, of course, at some time, I also have to choose lie instead of being honest. So I will tell you an example, and I feel like maybe this time my lie is maybe acceptable, because one time my brother asked me about whether or not Santa Claus does exist. So at that time, I just didn't want to be cold-hearted with him and to hurt their feelings. So I choose to tell a lie with him that Santa Claus does exist, and just believe in them, just do the good things, and you will receive his presents. So at that time, I choose to tell a lie with them, with my brothers, because I believe that I do not want to hurt their feelings as a kid. So yeah, I think my lie at that point is maybe acceptable. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good answer. Yeah, that's my only question.
Okay, so do you think that there's a way to prevent people from lying, and if so, what would that be?
Excuse me, can you rephrase the question for me?
Yeah, okay. How would you prevent people from lying?
Okay, thank you for your very intriguing question. So, to be honest, I would say that to prevent ourselves and prevent other people from lying, the best thing and the first thing you have to do is to be honest with them. I mean, if you open with them and rely on them, and to be all the time honest with them, you share everything with them with an open heart, with a warm hearted. I believe that this I believe that at that point, other people will also believe in you and have a strong belief that you are the one that they can rely on. You are the one that they choose, the best chosen of whom, the best person to they believe that is, you know, like can be relied on to share their feelings, to share everything with. But yeah, so I think if you want to receive other honest, you have to be honest with them. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
All right, I have a question for you. So according to you, do you think that modern technology can help you to detect a lie?
Sorry, because I cannot hear you clearly, so just rephrase this.
Okay, so do you think that modern technology can help you to detect a lie?
More, you mean like modern technology?
Yeah.
Can
detect a lie.
Okay, yeah. You mean like do I think that if I think that technology helped me detect our life?
Yes.
Our life. Okay, so to be honest, I will say that through the COVID-19 pandemic, right, we have to study online, right? So of course we have to continue our learning as we attend our online classes. So of course we also join in some online tests, online extra, right? So there is a thing that does exist, is that that students can lie, can have some trick because that they believe that there will no one to control what they are doing. So I think that it's maybe easily for children to make a trick, but you know, like an app like Zoom right now is have I mean like Azota. I mean, it is an app for you know, students to have some tasks online. But now, with the improvement of it, with development of it, now it is actually can help teachers to know that if the students does do a trick or does a trick or not by the camera. And so at this point, I believe that technology, like the website named Azota in Vietnamese learning, is very popular with students like me, cannot do a trick because like we are controlled by the camera. We are, you know, like the camera is look at me, every actions, every voices is recorded. So we cannot do anything but just like doing the test. So of course at this point I believe that technology helps us to prevent our detectable lie. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you, good job. That's all for you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Hiếu.
Hello, and thank you for stopping by.
Hey, hello. Would you like to choose a number?
Xin nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật viên kết nối lại cam số 2.
Vâng ạ, đang đợi một chút ạ. Chờ cam 2 đang kết nối ạ.
Hiện tại chưa nhìn thấy cam số 2 trong phòng chờ.
Cam số 2 đang kết nối ạ. Xin chờ một chút ạ. Cho máy cam kết nối lại nhỉ? Để em thoát ra để em kết nối lại ạ.
Số 027 sẽ thi lượt sau. Không gọi là không có trong phủ trời và có một ca mổ cũng ra. Xin mời số 099 chuẩn bị. Xin mời bộ phận kỹ thuật bật cam số 3 của 099 lên. Cam số 3 chưa được bật. Ok rồi ạ. Mời em chọn một số trên màn hình.
Em chọn số 25 ạ.
All right, topic 4 is about children reality show, and you have 3 minutes. Let's start.
Well, in my opinion, I totally agree with the idea that children reality shows should be banned for following reasons. The first thing is that children reality shows may have bad influence on the physical and mental health of the children. In terms of physical health, you know, children have to spend much time on practice and rehearsal, and that drain all energy from a child, and it can affect the health of the children, and it also have influence on daily life. In terms of mental health, children are under a lot of pressure. You know, adults are mature enough to accept the harsh comment or criticism, but children are not. But children haven't reached that level of maturity, so they can consider the negative comments on their performance on television really seriously. That makes them feel frustrated, depressed, or they may have thoughts of self-harm. And the second thing I'd like to mention here is the participating in reality shows may have detrimental influence on the children's learning process. You know, they have to spend long hours of precious time just to waiting to their turn on camera, and sometimes they have to arrange their time of exam, and that may make them didn't perform well in their exam, and they can't achieve their best result as they want. It's short for the negative effect of reality shows that I have mentioned above. I totally suppose that children reality shows should be prohibited. That's all for my presentation. Thanks for your listening. Now I'm ready for your question.
Hey, good job. Would you want to be on a reality TV show?
Well, to be honest, participating in reality shows or becoming famous is not one of my goals in the future, because I think that this participation is quite bad for my academic learning process, because you know you have to spend much time of your precious time to practicing or rehearsal and get the best performance. And instead of them, I can invest that time into widen my knowledge and preparing for the exam. That help me feel that I use my time effectively. That's all my answer.
Hey, good job. Do you think children should be famous at all?
Well, to be, in my opinion, I think that it depends. If children has talent on something such as music, dance, or something like that, I think that it is a good chance for them to participate in that some reality shows, because they can develop their talent in the good way and trustworthy way. Besides, I also think that participation in reality shows may have bad effect on their health, both physically and mentally. Yes, that's all my answer.
Hey, good job. No more questions from me.
Okay, so can you name some advantages of children reality shows?
Well, as far as I know, everything has two sides, and children reality shows is not an exception. I think that they have brought us some advantage, such as children who participating as contestants can express their talent and become well known. And I think that the fame on the early age may help them to easily find job in the future. And besides, you know, the reality shows that feature the children may make the television ratings to go up. Yes, that's all my answer.
All right, thank you. That's enough for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye. Number 27.
I am ready.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, would you like to choose number?
May I pick number 31?
All right, number 31 is topic 12, is about students volunteer work. All right, you have 3 minutes. Let's start.
Hello, my name is TRUNG and I am an 11th grade student at Chamberlain High School. And I am now going to talk about students should volunteer for community service or not. Nowadays, students don't just put their nose into studying like usual, but they can also participate in a variety of extracurricular activity. And one of those would be the volunteer for community. This kind of work brings a lot of benefit to students, and I think it's reasonable for them to start practicing into lots of these for a variety of reasons. First of all, students are able to develop a lot of soft skills, including collaboration with others and interpersonal communication. While doing this type of work, they can also learn how to learn manners when facing elders, when helping them at some kind of hospital. To sum up, These kinds of skills are very important for them if they want to live a happy life outside society. Secondly, volunteer work can help them experience real life situation about all the problems that they have learned in class, including pollution, traffic congestion, and other kinds of potential threats that they have learned through books. This type of work could help them experience them all, as well as ways to solve them. And finally, by doing this kind of volunteer act, they are able to relieve from stressful thoughts, as well as be able to train themselves a strong mind in order to brace themselves against any type of challenges. In conclusion, those are the reasons why I support the idea of student volunteer for community service. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, good job. Do you think students should be forced to do community service?
As benefit as it may seem, I don't think students should be forced to do this type of job simply because some of them were so busy about other types of work. They have tight schedule, therefore it's their choice whether to volunteer or not. We shouldn't force them to do this type of work.
Okay, good. And what volunteering have you done in your own life?
Well, as a student, I must say that I haven't properly joined in any type of volunteer activities. All I did was try to clean up the garbage around my neighborhood or something like that. I don't really participate in any large-scale event.
Hey, good job. Any more questions?
Yeah. Do you think that adults should maybe be forced to do volunteer work? You said students shouldn't be, but what about adults?
Well, I think my opinion is even more effective when talk about adults because they were as busy as students themselves. But unlike students, adults could somewhat reset their schedule in order to make time for themselves. During these times, they are able to participate in volunteer work as a way of entertaining and also for stress relief.
Okay, but do you think that maybe more adults should take jobs that help the community?
Unlike students who haven't had any proper experience outside of society, adults have many more real life situations at hand, I suppose. So I think it's reasonable for them to do more work in order to contribute themselves to the society.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Hill.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, bye.
Goodbye.
Xin mời số 038 chuẩn bị. Nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật viên bật cam lên ạ.
Đã nghe rõ rồi ạ.
Hello, Linh.
Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bukeling and I'm a student in Nguyễn High School and I will try my best to answer all your questions.
All right, so choose a number.
Well, I will choose number 12.
Oh, all right. We don't have any 12 yet. So can I choose another one?
Oh, I'm sorry. So 22 ạ.
Oh, 22, right?
Yes.
Xin mời bộ phận kỹ thuật viên ra khỏi phòng ạ.
Dạ, người ta bảo ra khỏi phòng ạ. Okay.
Okay, topic 4 about children reality shows. Okay,
I'm
you can
ready.
start right now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks to the development of mass media, there is a huge number of reality shows was, created for the children. Well, there has been some discussion that this show should be banned. Well, my opinion is then I don't agree with this statement because of the following reason. Well, first and foremost, I think that reality show for children is a way to help them to realize their potential talent. Well, when we are doing in a show, it's very, important for us to do the missions, and we have to be hardworking to protect the missions, and accidentally we can find out our hidden talent. Well, in a show called That Where We Are Going, a contestant name is Cindy. Well, when she are doing a mission, accidentally she know that she had gift talent in playing tennis. Well, until now she are trying to hardworking, and she will hope she will become the best athlete in the future. Well, moreover, during reality show for children, it's a good way to to help them to have social skill and life skill and gain more knowledge. Well, when they are doing a reality show, they will meet a circle of friends, and it will help them a lot. Well, I remember a show which called Model Kid Vietnam. There was a little girl. The champions of that contest is a little girl who named NaDi. Well, in the first time, she was just a scary girl who don't know everything. But after she do that show, she has improved herself very much. And yeah, she have improved a lot. And now she's a professional model of Vietnam and has go to many shows. Well, in short, I think that reality show is very essential for us to improve ourselves in the futures and have and have the social skill and life skill for the future job. Yes, thank you for listening to my presentation.
Thank you.
Hey, good. You mentioned a lot of good things about reality TV. Do you think children should be forced to be on reality TV?
Well, I think no. I think if they have the passion or they are interested in it, I think they should take part in it. But there are some parents who force their children to take part in reality show. I think this thing is not good since they don't have any talent and they don't want to do it. It's not good to force them.
Okay. Do you want to be on reality TV?
Well, yes, because I have to confess that I sing really good. So in the future, if I have time, I will take part in the sing voice. Yes, you will meet me in the sing voice in the future.
Hey, good. No more questions from me.
Right. So you mentioned a lot of advantages of children reality show, right?
Yeah.
So how about the disadvantages?
Well, the disadvantages is I think that when children take part in a reality show, it will, they will not concentrate on study and they will have a bad grade. And some children, when they are take part in some show, they could be, you know, things that are idle and always influenced by the, you know, by the comment on TikTok or Facebook of all the fans and anti-fans. Yes.
All right. Thank you. Good job. Bye.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Linh.
Hi. I'm very delighted to be here. As the numbers I want to choose is 15. 15.
All right. Topic number 13. Health is wealth.
Yes. As the saying goes, so many people spend their wealth, spend their health to gain their health, and many people, and then they have to spend their wealth regaining their health. And I think I am strongly in favor of this idea because of following reasons. Is health is okay. I can change another topic.
Okay, you want to change the topic, right?
Yeah.
So which number you want to choose again?
Let me see. 30.
30, right?
30. Yeah.
It's about women. All right.
Yes.
For you.
Yeah. Women. Nowadays, nowadays leadership are be control many women, and women play an important part in our society. Why other people believe that leaders must be men? Well, from my point of view, I am strongly in favor of the former because of following reason. Firstly, women. The woman president appearance is that is good, could be a 5-6. Many people think that many people think gender gaps still remains a obstacle for women presidential candidates, and women often running for politic office is often hidden in the media, and from the scratch and many people think that women have less opportunity to gain a higher position in society. But I think a leadership abilities depend on their personality and their leadership abilities that have a more suitable factors to be a great leaders. Secondly, is another explanation for my support is that women play an important role in many women organization. Women organization, if they continue with their role in their important part is our society. They can in conclusion, I believe that women make a better president and prime minister.
Thank you.
Hey, good job. Would you ever want to be the president of Vietnam?
You can say again.
Yeah, sure. Would you ever want to be the president of Vietnam?
Be president in Vietnam. In Vietnam, many women taking part in political office, such as Miss Kim Ngân. She plays an important position in our national government, and she devotes many valuable reasons to our Vietnamese country to develop economic growth and let Vietnamese be become a greater country in international many international nations.
Hey, good. Yeah, no more questions from me.
Do you think that every nation in the world should have a female president or leader?
I think female presidents should be encouraged very much in many countries, especially in developed countries, and it reflect their important role in our society, and they can be a great president or prime minister in each nation.
Okay, thank you.
Right, thank you, Linh. That's all for you.
Thank you.
Hey, goodbye.
All right, so now we have a short break within 10 minutes. Okay.
Hey, okay.
Hey, Matt and Borch, I'm here.
Yes, I can. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Matt and Borch. All right, you're here.
Yes.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Giờ bộ phận kỹ thuật bật cam số 2 lên ạ.
Thế ơi, bật em cái cam số 2. Is everything done?
Okay, so now choose a number.
I will choose a number. Let me see what it is. 35.
Okay. All right, so topic 12 is about honesty, and you have 3 minutes. Let's start.
Okay, so I have to say that I'm really glad to be here to talk about this topic. Honesty is the best policy. Well, it is spoken by Franklin, yes, and it means that it is better to say the truth rather than to lie to get some fortune, immediate fortune or opportunities. And it's likely that when you honest, you can easily get the success in life, yes. And yes, I totally agree with this statement because the first thing I think it is can make a strong foundation to build a relationship. Yes, and you know what? It is honesty is a great characteristic. It makes you be a trustworthy and a trustworthy person. Yes, and I think it is really useful when you want to make new friends with the people because because we can show them that we really value the relationship and also respect to them. Yes, and moreover, I think you can imagine that a dishonest man who can get immediately fortune or opportunity in something. Yes, right. And honesty man, this sometimes can't. But I think has a peace in mind because like everything gives to him who waits. So I think honesty can be seen as a great characteristic of the person. And something like, that's right.
Hey, okay. Are you an honest person?
It's a tough question, right? Then I will say sometimes that when I was a kid, yes, like others now, my parents forced me to do everything like under their control. So of course sometimes I have to try to like everything, but I think it is sometimes it is a white lie, but every now and then it can have some severe impact on others too. Like when I say my mom asked me, like was a kid, my mom asked me to do everything she want to, like learning math like a master or something like that. But I don't want to because I think that I'm not a person who have a head for some figures. Yes, that's why it's really difficult. So she tried to find difficult problems on the internet and give it to me and ask me to solve it in time. Of course, I have a computer too. I try to find a solution on the internet too and give her the answer. But just a little time, right? Just a little time after that, I find it's not really a good solution because my marks on the class is so poor and poor by day. Yes.
Hey, okay. Long answer. Hey, good job. That's it from me.
Okay, so what is your reaction when you know that your friend is lying to you?
Well, this is my best friend too. I want to say that because the first time I want to ask him or her about this problem and why he or she lied to me. It is just because I think that my best friend, I choose friend depends on their characteristic too. And when I think that when they lie to me just because they want, it is the best thing. Yes, right. This is fine. A little bit like a tough thing. I think it's the best solution. That's ask my friend, and we have to cope with this together to find the most proper solution.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mai.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all for you. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Số thanh 117 chuẩn bị. Xin nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật xoay lại cái cam số 3, sau đó đi ra khỏi phòng.
Cam số 3 được chưa ạ?
Cam số 3 đấy là cam số 1 anh ạ. Cam số 3 đã bị lộn.
Good afternoon, teachers.
Hello, Mai. It's okay now.
Yes, I'm a little bit nervous right now.
Good luck to you.
Cam số 3 được chưa ạ?
Xin mời bộ phận kỹ thuật ra khỏi phòng ạ. Mời em chọn một số trên màn hình.
Yes, I choose number 19.
19. Okay, topic 3 is about women, and you have 3 minutes to talk about it. Let's start.
Please. There's an idea that women make better presidents has raised a great controversy. From my point of view, I believe that women can make equal or better president than men because of some following reasons. First, they have emotional intelligence. That is ability that to recognize the emotions in yourself and others. For example, in the child and others. And I believe that this is come more naturally for women than men to truly create a great place to work, to get the best of our employees, to demonstrate highly emotional intelligence as a leader is very critical. Secondly, they are good communicators. Whether communicating with employers, co-workers, or partners, open communication show the clarity in work management and responsibilities. And female leaders know how to use these strong skills to communicate with other people. And that's why female leaders are able to do what they can, are able to do everything and make the right decisions. Thirdly, they are very great listeners. You know, women seems to be very sensitive, but they always listen to others' point of view. They appreciate people's viewpoint, although they are maybe right or wrong, but they always listen to it and they make their own decisions. And that's the things that a few male leaders can do. As a former US President Barack Obama ever said, if women ran every country, there would be general improvement in living standards and outcomes. In conclusion, I believe that women can hold great and important positions in our society. Thank you for listening.
All right, thank you. Any questions for her?
Do you think there will be a female leader or female president of Vietnam within the next 10 years?
Yes, of course. There are two people that I know is Miss Nguyễn Thị Kim Ngân. She is the Vietnamese. She is Prime Minister and the Chairman of Vietnamese Parliament. And Miss Đặng Thị Ngọc Bình, the acting president of Vietnam.
Very good. Do you think that they will make Vietnam better?
Yes, of course. You know, as I have mentioned, some women have a highly emotionally intelligent and they are good educators, so they can make they can listen to others' point of view and make their right own decisions. And I think that make them be better than men.
Okay, good job. Any other questions?
All right, so can you name some female presidents in the world?
Yes, of course. You know, Mrs. Margaret Thatcher, the president of the UK, and Angela Merkel, the former president of the French.
All right. So if you were the president of Vietnam, what policy you want to make to better the world, the country?
Well, I think that I will put the policy on education.
Why?
The way education in Vietnamese seems to be is not good when we compare it to the another country. So I will put every effort, money, and of course, big support for education, especially the improved teaching methods, such as we have to use the modern device that have teachers in teaching, or some portable device to support the teaching when they teach. For example, the PowerPoint presentation or TV, maybe.
All right, thank you. Good job.
Yes, thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Tiếp theo xin mời số 118 chuẩn bị. Em bật cam số 1 lên.
Trong mạng nó bị đâu? Bảo thầy là nó bị.
Nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật cam số 1, sau đó đi ra khỏi phòng ạ.
Nói đi, bảo là máy nó đơ. Máy em nó đang bị đơ ạ. Thầy có nghe thấy không? Hỏi thầy có nghe thấy không? Anh Tiến ạ, cái ca một cái máy một không nghe.
Trường là đã thi một lần rồi.
Không có. Thầy ơi, cái máy của em, cái máy một nó đang bị đơ, cái chuột nó cứ quay ạ.
Rồi như vậy số 118 sẽ thi lượt sau.
Thi lượt sau. Họ bảo vậy.
All right, we will move on to the next contestant, number 45.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm very honored to be here today.
Hello, Mike.
Hello.
So can I choose a number on the screen?
I choose. Wait a minute. I need to check the mic on beside me. Cô chuyển con cái mic ở đây nó bị ban. I choose number 23. I choose number 23.
Okay. All right, it's about natural disasters, and you have 3 minutes. Let's start.
So, as you know, natural disasters have been and also absolutely will become one of the most concerned topics in our world. It has become a hot potato in this era due to it have taken a toll on the way humanity work and study, and also especially on our economy. And therefore, I believe that it has created some consequences very disastrous. And therefore, we need to understand, demonstrate, and also be predict for the future consequences and prepare for it. Because you know, prevention is always better than cure. And first, because natural disasters have affected our economy in 2 channels, indirect and direct. And first, I want to take a closer look to the indirect. You know that natural disasters have created some, like, you know, the destruction of many buildings, and therefore the corporations that is especially inefficient, they can be forced to be, released, and therefore they don't have their labor force, and the employees cannot take a job. It can lead to unemployment, especially when it comes to the agricultural. You know that when the farmers don't have the farms and also the crops, they will lose all the force of money for them, and they cannot earn a living. So how can they contribute to the economy of the countries? Because when we don't have a source of agriculture, we cannot export and also import to make a living and have supply of food. And also it is the mental health of people. When they lose their flesh and blood during the natural disaster, they cannot have the mood and therefore contribute to the economy. Secondly, I want to say about the indirect consequences that we can see by our normal eyes, like the financial losses and the property damage. Because it has created so many catastrophes all along the road. And do you know the Amazon forest fire? It has created billions of trees were burned, and it not only damaged economy, but also the whole ecosystem of our world. So how can it contribute to the community? And another fact I want to say that is when the natural disaster can damage our buildings. So therefore we need to take a lot of money because to have the budget to release the problems, and it's very exorbitant. So I think it will, freeze the economy of the country for so many years, and therefore we need to very hard for us to earn a living and also the economy. In conclusion, I believe that the natural disaster is inevitable because of the disaster impact humans have put on it. We have to pay the price. However, we can know how to prevent, because an ounce of prevention worth a pound of cure. So thank you for listening. I'm pleased to hear some questions from you guys.
All right, thank you. Any questions?
Good job. You talked a lot about the bad things of natural disasters. Are there anything good for the economy from natural disasters?
Well, yes, of course, because I suppose that every coin have 2 sides. And as you can see, we are living during the pandemic, and many natural disasters have taken a toll on the way we're living. But it's also very beneficial for the environment, because when natural disaster put a toll on the economy, we don't have much time to have factories and then contribute and make a construction of the buildings. So it won't damage air pollution. We cannot create a pollution. And I think it is like a beneficial issue for the environment. Like the coronavirus, it have damaged the human life a lot. But as far from my knowledge, the ozone layer have healed itself. So I think there are numerous other benefits.
Hey, good. And what can Vietnam do to prevent natural disasters?
So because to my knowledge, Vietnam is on Asia. We are very near to Japan, a country which lay on the Pacific Rim, and it suffered from lots of volcanoes, typhoons, and tsunami. But Vietnam, we separate to 3 regions: the north, the middle, and the south. And I think that the north and the south don't suffer from many catastrophes. However, in the middle, we have lots of catastrophe every year. like the flood or maybe typhoons that devise the livelihood of many people, and they lose their accommodation. They cannot earn a living, and many people come to pass away. Therefore, I think that we can do like prepare for every circumstance. We watch a weather forecast to know what is happening. And I think that the government needs to raise awareness of the local people of the side of the disaster. Like when we see the ground is like flooding, so we can see that there is a earthquake. And I think there's some way like raise awareness and also watch the weather forecast.
Hey, good. Any more questions?
Okay. Bob, you want to raise some questions?
Yeah. So you said that prevention is better than cure in this case. Do you think that, or can you name a natural disaster where there is no prevention to it and we need to find a cure? And what's the cure?
Yes, there are almost some disasters that we cannot pretend. Like, if women they damage the environment a lot. Sometimes the earth will lose the ozone layer, and we can prevent it. That's when we can know what we need to do and stop like releasing so much the gases to the environment, and we can prevent it. That's the one side. And about the disaster that we cannot prevent, let me see, like so many like the tsunami. Sometimes it's just very like upcoming, so we cannot pretend, because when the volcano on the ground puts the lava on the beach, it will create a tsunami, and we just see it with our eyes, but we cannot prepare for it.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, so according to you, do you think that humans should be responsible for natural disasters, and why?
Definitely yes, because as you know, from the origin of the world, of this planet, Earth is a magnificent and gorgeous planet. But till the birth of the humanity, the world is getting bad because we have taken a toll on the environment. Our work of industry and many factories releases gas to the environment. So somehow it's all our fault. We need to pay the price. And of course, we can do something to prevent it, because it's all, I think that the natural disaster is going to slip from our grasp, but it's all our fault. We can heal it by, we can organize a day of no motorbikes or cars. I think that there is a way.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you. Thank you, Mike. That's all for you.
Thank you.
Hey, goodbye.
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 Good afternoon.
Hi.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Would you like to choose a number?
I choose number 26.
Okay, topic 9, hard work. And you have 3 minutes. Let's start.
There are important factors that lead to success, and many people argue that hard work is the key to the success. I strongly agree with this opinion because of the following reasons. Firstly, working hard provides people with many opportunities to gain achievements. When people have to make a great efforts to people have to make efforts to overcome difficulties and obtain several valuable experience. Several valuable experience. Besides that, people hard work also. Secondly, hard work also helps people to strengthen discipline and concentration. People have, when working hard, people have to obey their regulations and focus on their work, strive for completing their tasks without distractions, and they also therefore their task is fulfilled in the short time, and therefore hard work is considered that a strong motivation for everyone achieve their own goals. Lastly, hard work also has positive effects, positive impacts on their career. It is clear that the harder they work, the more they dedicate to their company, and the company and which helps them to gain higher promotion, and hard work is also considered the essential characteristics which employers highly develop in their recruitment process. In conclusion, hard work is the key to the success. If you don't work hard, you have no chance to succeed. Thanks for your attention.
All right, thank you. Any questions?
Hey, good job. What other characteristics are essential for success?
There, as I mentioned above, hard work is one of the most essential characteristics that lead to success. When people work hard, they have more chance to concentrate what they are doing, and they also strengthen their discipline and concentration.
Okay, discipline, concentration. Okay, is success important to you?
Can you explain?
Yeah, sure.
Clearly?
Is success important to you?
Yes, of course. When I succeed, I can enjoy my life and enjoy my life with my families, and I also have more and can also feel very enjoyable and happy. That make my life more easier.
Okay, that's all for me.
Okay. What exactly is success to you?
From my point of view, I think success is when people can have a easy life, and they can also have a lot of money to enjoy their life, and also have happiness with their family, have happiness with our families and our friends.
Do you think that there are people who are successful by your definition, but who don't deserve that because they didn't work hard for it?
Sorry, can you explain
sorry.
your questions?
So by your definition of success, do you think that there are people who are successful, but who don't deserve it because they didn't work hard?
Well, I think from my point of view, I think many people have a good chance from an early age. They have conditional life, and they can have more chance to improve their skills when they was born. So in some situation, hard work is the small factor that can lead to success.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Mai. That's all for you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Xin mời số 123 chuẩn bị.
Vừa rồi là
118. Chưa thấy cam 1 của số 123 ở phòng chờ. Nhà bộ phận kỹ thuật chuẩn bị gấp.
All right, hey, two judges, I want to remind you that we have listened to the presentation of the candidate number 118. Okay.
Số danh 123 có nghe rõ không ạ? Số 123 có nghe rõ không ạ? Số 123 có nghe rõ không ạ?
Không nghe được sao?
Good afternoon, teachers.
Hello, Nhiên.
Hello, my name is An Yin, and I'm currently a student at NGOÄI High School. And today it is my honor to be here and take part in this competition.
Xin mời bộ phận kỹ thuật ra khỏi phòng. Mời em chọn một số trên màn hình.
Em chọn số 28 ạ.
All right, 14 is prevention is better than cure. Okay, you have 3 minutes.
Okay, so it goes without saying that there's a proverb saying that prevention is better than cure. And nowadays, it is apparent to point out that there exists the dramatic increase in so many dangerous diseases, especially the infectious one, have resulted in many people's death due to the lack of appropriate healthcare education and preventive actions. And from my perspective, I am in total agreement with the aforementioned statement, and here I am to explain the reasons why. But the first thing I would like to mention is the amount of money to cheat and cure, to cheat the pupil with who have different kinds of diseases is enormous. However, these extraversions can be diminished if the authorities or the government could establish a policy that which provides healthcare educational system by teaching the citizens about how to protect themselves and how to prevent themselves from getting infected with different kinds of diseases. For instance, if not so many people know that smoking or smoking or drinking could will seriously be harmful to the health, then through this educational system, they will be more likely to be aware of the fact that smoking alcohols and cigarettes may be so harmful to the health and they can destructively affect the health. And consequently, the victims, there would be fewer victims of there would be fewer victims that are attacked by the several kinds of diseases that caused by the two aforementioned things. On top of that, I could also add that prevention is the best available way to remain away from different kinds of issues. It is better, prevention is better than cure because it leaves people with certainty that something bad will not happen. Ideally, the urge, the need to find a cure will always leave people's lives in a lurch because which you do not know what may happen or what may not. For instance, it is advisable for you, for people to stop doing the things that they know that could be harmful to their health. In a nutshell, for the above-mentioned reasons, I really hope that I have clearly pointed out the reason why prevention is better than cure, and it is advisable for people to take prompt actions and try to build up a healthier lifestyle in order to become more healthy. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you. Any questions?
Hey, super. So what do you think Vietnam can do to prevent natural disasters?
Okay, so first of all, thanks for your very intriguing questions. And from my perspective, I suppose that there exist so many things that Vietnam can do in order to prevent natural disasters. But the most effective way that I think that the Vietnamese government should do is providing education for many people. Because I firmly hold a belief that education is so crucial. Like, for instance, if the citizens are 100% truly aware of how fatal and how hazardous the natural disasters can be, then they would be more likely to have some preventions and some measurements in order to lessen the severity of natural disasters to them. So yeah, I think that the most effective way that the Vietnamese government should do in order to prevent natural disasters is through education.
Okay, good job. Any other questions?
Okay, so you talked a lot about diseases and how to prevent them. Are there any other things in life that you think should be prevented?
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, so you talked about diseases. Are there other things that you would want to prevent?
Okay, thanks for your very intriguing questions. And from my perspective, aside from the infectious or the diseases that I have already mentioned, one thing that I really want to prevent from happening into people's life is the mental health issues. You know, like I have to confess that I am a really thoughtful person. You know, like I overthink a lot, and you know, like I have a tendency of always dramatizing things and always exaggerate things. I somehow get so tired and I get lost in my thoughts that it could be so tiring and so annoying for me. And in the past, I did suffer from so many kinds of depression, and I think that in general, mental health issues are really destructively damaging the mental health of the people all around the world, as there exists so many more and more people who have to suffer from this kind of disease, and this is a really serious kind of illness. And I think that once in the past, I did suffer from this kind of illness, and I feel so bad about that, and I don't want this kind of illness to happen to anyone, and I really want to prevent this kind of illness from happening into everyone's life around me. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thanks.
All right, one more question for you. So in your presentation, you said that the government should educate its citizens, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in what ways can the government educate its citizens, especially the elderly and the adults?
Pardon me, please.
All right. Once again, so in your presentation, you said that the government should educate its citizens, right? So in what ways can the government educate its citizens, especially for the elderly and the adults?
Thanks for your very educated questions. And from my perspective, I have already mentioned, so I have already mentioned that the best way for the government, the best method that the government should follow in order to prevent some, in order to for the governments to prevent some kinds of issues to happen is through education, right? So I think that in terms, so you are asking me about mostly about the elderly and the adults, right? So I think that in terms of the elderly, I think that the elderly, the old people tend to be a little bit stubborn, and they always indifferent, and they always hold the belief that they always ignorant, and they think, and they always sleep out on the severity of the problem. So they can be a little bit stubborn, and it will be a little bit hard for them. It will be a little bit hard for us to educate them. But I think that at this point, I think that I mean, like, it is apparent that the elderly and the adults watch television on a daily basis, right? They are on a daily basis, as they are always they spend a huge amount of time watching TV. So I think that the governments, they are inclined to have a huge budget, right? So I think that it is advisable for them to use that money on running advertising for the elderly and the adults, because like they watch television on a daily basis, right? So I think that the government, the elderly and the adults will be more likely to see that advertising on the TV, and they will be likely to realize how severe and how serious this problem is. Then they will be likely to raise their awareness about that problem. And I think that at this point, the problem will be 100% solved, and it will be fine. Yeah, that is all.
All right, thank you. Very good job. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good afternoon. Goodbye, teachers.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
So good afternoon, teachers.
Hello, Ngọc. Okay.
Số hiện tại cái cam số 1 của mình đang đặt tên là 117 Nguyễn Thị Bích Ngọc là sai đúng không ạ? Tên đúng là 123 đúng không ạ?
Vâng.
Xin mời đồng chí kỹ thuật ra khỏi phòng, tôi sẽ đổi tên lại là 123. Bảo sao không tìm thấy. Ok, xin mời em chọn một số trên màn hình.
I would like to choose number 5, please.
Okay, about homeschooling. 3 minutes for you.
Yeah. Homeschooling, it has increasingly become more popular, and nowadays, there are many enticing qualities that homeschooling can give to people that make it superior to normal schooling. And I can list some benefits that homeschooling can give to children. First of all, homeschooling allows parents to choose the curriculums and how they teach it. If the parents are firm believers in educational traveling, their children are able to travel to many countries in the world, and where in the countries they can learn about the other cultures as well as the real life experience that they cannot learn in the classrooms. As for example, in the Europe, people can easily travel from one country to other countries. So homeschooling kids can travel to many countries easily and learn about the language and the culture there. Moreover, a flexible curriculum that can allow parents to focus on the children's talents and interests. For example, homeschool the kid can be able to draw in a science class that they are more interested in or talented at art than they are regarding to science. But they also can learn science curriculums. So it means that they can learn they can do what they love and learn at the same time. And because of the commitment and the flexibility that homeschooling can give to parents and children, children tend to be more knowledgeable and more skillful to lead a better life, to find a better careers. And so, in conclusions, I want to say that homeschooling is the best place to nurture children, as said by David O. Mitchell, who was an American religious educator and leader. The home is the first and the most effective to learn lessons of life, and nothing can take the place of home to rearing and teaching children. And no success in life can compensate the failure in the home. That's all of my presentations. Thanks for your listening.
All right, thank you. Any questions?
So you say that homeschooling is better than normal schools. Do you think that we should abolish normal schooling and that just all be taught at home?
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear it clearly, but can you repeat?
So you say homeschooling is better than normal schooling. Do you think we should abolish normal schools and all do homeschooling?
The normal school is not as well as the homeschooling, but it also have some advantages. Like when children go to normal schooling, they can make a lot of friends that they don't have chance to make friends when they have to study at home, but they can go to normal school to make more friends and have more relationships that could help them in their future life.
Okay. That's all from me.
Which would you prefer, normal school or homeschool for yourself?
On myself, I prefer to go to normal school. Rather that I agree with the homeschooling is better, but I prefer to go to normal school because I'm really like to go out of the house and go to talk to people, to communicate, to make friends, and to open up my mind, to enrich my knowledge about the world, and to make a lot of friends. Yeah.
Hey, good job. Okay, that is all.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ngọc.
And goodbye.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Bye.
Yeah.
You can leave now.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Very clearly.
Can you choose a number?
Yes, I'd like to choose number 3. Yes.
Okay. Số 3.
Xin nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật bật cam số 3.
Yeah.
Xin nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật của số danh 131 bật cam số 3.
Cam số 3 bị tối cô ạ.
Tối á?
Vâng.
Có đang bị
Không, nó đen xì luôn đấy cô. Now is this okay?
All right. Okay, now. Oh, you chose 3, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is topic. Which topic? Topic 3. All right. It's about love, and you have 3 minutes. Let's start.
Well, well, I think that love and hate is two sides of a coin. That another coin is human life. Then love is more powerful than hate. I absolutely agree with this statement, and I can explain it in for following reasons. Yeah, the first reason is love is bringers in well-being and peace of mind. When we have love for each other, we can know his or her expression about emotions, or you you can share your emotion to everyone that love bring about. Yes, I think that love is is a term that a person can that a person feels that peace of mind they they do not they do not hate about everything. It's just in something. And the second reason is love is just sharing about the materials or mental things. Yeah. For example, in this COVID-19 pandemic, you can see that Vietnamese people sharing their clothes, their foods, and maybe their sympathy for many people who infected by coronavirus. Yeah, I think that because of the love they give for the others, and another way love is the term of person maybe in romantic relationship with others, and when they have love with each other, they can realize their characteristic for others, or maybe give they can give something like some some they can give something like sympathy for every people. They empathize with people living under poverty line or people who are disadvantaged. Well, in conclusion, I think that love is more powerful than hate is the truly statement and is it truth in this contemporary scenario. Yes, that's all for my presentations. Thank you for your listening.
All right, thank you.
Very good. Can you give some examples of when you acted out of either love or hate?
Well, I think that I am a person who have love for each other, and I love animals so much. For example, I love the cat, and I often play with them, and I'm really in my house. It's too small for cat or dog playing, and I must to go for my grandmother's house to play with them, and that's an activity of me. And for the term of hate, I think that I am a person who not hate everything, because I think that hate is not in my blood. It's it's quite hard for me to hate anyone. You see, for example, when I was a person in primary school, I'm a target of very violence, but now I know that they just joke with me, so I think I don't hate them anymore. That's also my answer.
All right, nice. Hey, no more questions for me. Good answer.
Any questions, Bosch? No? Okay, so between loving someone and being loved, which one do you prefer?
Can you repeat your questions?
All right, between loving someone and being loved by someone, which one do you prefer?
Well, I think that I prefer being loved. Yes, because I can express my emotions to each other, and I can help them when they bored or they have depressions, and maybe I can give them the sympathy and empathize with their problems. I can know about his or her, his or her emotions. I can help her overcome the problems. Yeah, that's all my answers.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Fu. That's enough for you.
Hey, goodbye.
Bye.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Tâm.
Hello.
Yeah.
Choose a number.
Number 17, please.
Right, okay.
Hey, Matt, where are you? Hey, Matt. All right, you're here. Okay, so you're going to talk about topic number 3, and you have 3 minutes. Let's start.
Along with the development of feminism, there are more and more female leaders or president and prime minister. That's the reason why nowadays we have a lot of discussion about, do women actually make better presidents or prime ministers? As a girl, as the one who supports women's rights, I totally agree that women obviously have ability to be a great leaders compared to men. The following reasons will strengthen my perspective. Okay, the first part is to mention that women is obviously better at keeping peace than male leaders. Because most women are anti-violence and they advocate for the peaceful collaborations. As the President Barack Obama has said, if more women are put in charge, there will be less wars and children will be better taken care of, and there will be general improvement in living standards as well as outcomes. Yeah, it is obvious that the world would suffer less and develop stronger if there were no wars. Secondly, women seem to pay more attention in a variety of topic than male leaders. Racial and gender discrimination, poverty reduction, child care services are just a few examples. As a result, women are rewarded as more acceptable and sensible than male leader when it comes to running the country. And last but not least, women seem to have higher transformation ability than male leaders. They can easily inspire the politicians by the art of grasping psyche, and they not only focus on the development of the whole team, but they also care for the promotion of each individuals. I think this is also the advantage that makes women superior to male leaders. In conclusion, I think there is no barrier for women to become a great leader compared to men. And once again, I want to say that women obviously, evidently, and definitely have capacity to be a great leader compared to men. Yeah, that's the end of my talk. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Hey, good job. What reason do you think there are so few female leaders in the world?
Well, in my point of view, the reason there is so few female leader in the world is that there's still gender discrimination, and there's a lot of suspicion about the ability of women to become a leader of a country, right? And women are, in the recent year, the social bias of women are, I think it is still
lower than male. That's the reason why there are a few women's leaders in the world. That's it.
Hey, okay. And do you think Vietnam is ready for a female leader?
Yeah, of course. I'm a Vietnamese, and I think I together with Vietnamese always ready for female leaders, because nowadays we have thinking on a very famous leaders. My country, not really a leader. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah. Okay. So you said that you think that women make better or equal presidents or leaders compared to men. Do you think that all countries should be led by a woman?
I think it's rely on women and male ability. It's not really. I don't think that women must be the leader of a certain country. It is rely on each individual's ability. If male ability of leading a country outweigh the women's one, he had better lead a country.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, good job. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Xin mời số 141 chuẩn bị. Nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật bật cam cả 3 cam lên điện. Xin mời cô kỹ thuật ra khỏi phòng. Mời em chọn một số trên màn hình.
Please turn on the mic. Oh, okay.
Good morning, teachers. My full name is Đinh Ngọc Thanh Thủy, coming from TRUNG School. It's nice to meet you today. So, em chọn số 33.
All right. Topic 8 is about students' volunteer work, and you have 3 minutes. Let's start.
Yes. Well, I suppose it's a great honor to me for me to take part in this speaking contest. Well, it's almost the end of the day, so I hope that the OM can lend air to my speech in the most attentive way. Without any further ado, now I will begin with my topic number 8. Students should volunteer for community service. Do you agree or disagree? Well, nowadays I can, as far as I'm concerned, more community service has been more and more increasingly popular with not only Vietnam, not only our nations, but also all over the world. So I think that it's also suitable for students to volunteer for community service. So I completely agree with this statement. And in the first place, I think that students who participate in this kind of community service will have a number of constructive skills, like interpersonal communication, or building up team, or even some others beneficial skills as well. And I think that by doing all of those skills, they will be more and more get adapted to the real life, and then they will reach out to their success in an easier way. Additionally, I think that students who volunteer for community service also have the opportunity to deepen their mutual understanding about the others, and also feel the sense of responsibility towards others, especially for those in need. Yes, and I think that and while take myself as a relevant example, I also I sometimes tutor the disadvantaged children at my village, and I find it really, happy after I accomplish my goals, or after I, or when I'm able to bring smile to those children. To cut a long story short, I do believe that students should volunteer for community service. It's definitely the one of the best methods for us to stimulate all the beneficial skills in our daily lives. This is the end of my topic. Thanks for listening.
All right, thank you.
Okay, good job. And can you tell us about your personal experience doing community service?
Well, I think that when it comes to community service, I always want to help the disadvantaged people, especially all those people in need. So I think that is so. As I have noted before, I from once in a while I also tutor those disadvantaged children to make them have more opportunities to get adapt to the educational curriculum at school. So I think that by doing those kind of community service, I can be brought a wide range of knowledge as well as the skills as well.
Hey, okay. And do you think students should be forced to do community service?
Well, actually, off the top of my head, I think that students shouldn't be imposed to do all of those volunteer for community service, because I think that all those community service should be put in the curriculum learning as extracurricular activities that they will freely choose, or they can just pass it if they don't have enough time.
Hey, good job. That's all from me.
All right, one more question for you. So, did you experience any difficulties during volunteer work?
Well, actually, I think that when it comes to community service, or especially for those that I didn't have any experience in, I think that we have to come up against those hurdles, those difficulties and challenges as well. So I guess I'm not an exception. I also have to get adapt to all of the team building work, or especially the interpersonal communications. When when I have to when I have to meet the strangers, I'm likely to I'm likely to be less confident. So I think that by those community service, I will become more and more self-belief and confident.
All right, thank you, Thủy. Thank you. That's
Good
all.
job. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, hi, I'm good. I'm Hayat from Luyện High School, and nice to meet you.
All right, so you are number 72, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right, so choose the number on the screen.
Can you wait for a second? Bác ơi, bác tắt cái loa của cam này đi ạ, tại nó vọng vào tai cam của cháu. I will choose 29.
29. Đợi một chút. All right, is it okay for you now?
Yes, it is.
Xin nhờ bộ phận kỹ thuật ra khỏi phòng ạ.
Bác ơi, người ta nhờ ra khỏi phòng.
Okay, so you're going to discuss topic number 15, whether students should be allowed to charge teachers. All right, you have 3 minutes.
Yeah. Traditionally, that students are expected to comply with every teacher's command, and any judgment against teachers are considered to be disrespect and disobedience, and it is a token of rebellion as well. However, I think giving the children a chance to evaluate the teacher is a good way for improve our quality of education. And here is my supporting idea. So first and foremost, it's really essential for the teacher to adapt to the students' feedback, and then they will know what area is their strong point and which area is their weakness. And I think this kind of improvement will both benefit the teachers and the students. Well, as we all know, well, when they have that kind of improvement, their class will be more enjoyable and amazing, and the students will have another better ability to absorb the knowledge, and as well, the exam result, the extracurricular activities will have a much better result than a traditional improvement. Well, so secondly, I think that children should be given the right to give the evaluation to the teacher. Well, as far as I know, in many Western countries, the students are evaluated the teachers really freely. I think it is a way to show the respect to our teacher, since the students from the bottom of their heart, they want the teacher to be improved, since it is always good for the teacher teaching skill and the results as well. And it has been indicated that the students who are free in evaluating tend to be more obedient, and it has motivated your studying interest. On the contrary, for the students who are forced into a room into the traditional studying method, tend to be rebellious in the future, and they always have a demand of fighting against the teacher. So this kind of thing is like that. It's a disadvantage for the education system, for the studying result, and for the school reputation as well. So as a student, I couldn't deny how the teacher sacrificed the time, the effort to make it better. And whenever I think they need to improve in an area, we will willing to give them the feedback, their evaluations for them to be better, and it's a way to strengthen our relationship. Really, thank you for spending time to listening to me.
Thank you.
Hey, good job. So you think they should be allowed to judge teachers? Do you think or children should be able to judge their parents?
Well, I don't think everything is good. Well, provided that it has limitations. I'm a child, and I'm a first child is my family, and me and my parents. Rather than being parents and children, we are friends. And some ways my parents, they have some mistake. I think they don't intentionally make it, but due to the generation gap, sometimes we have some kind of conflict, and that behavior might not match their norm. And that way, I think I will respectfully give them my opinion, my feedback, and it's all from the bottom of my heart, in a real sincere way. And I think my parents will always happy to receive the big feedback from me, since it's a good way to strengthen our relationship, and it's a way to make our family atmosphere freer and happier.
Hey, good answer. That's all from me.
Yeah. Would you say that, or can you maybe say a few things why this could be a bad thing? You said a lot of positive things. Can you say some negative things about students judging their teachers?
Well, so every problem has two sides, and about the advantages of the evaluation, I have to admit that there are some disadvantages that always exist. First and foremost, some students, they judge their teacher in a really rude way or impolite in another way. Well, they judge them not only based on their teaching skills, but also based on their style. Anything style is wearing anything is all right, because some students, they judge the teacher on their style, their fashion, and even their behavior. And one more thing is about the teacher. Some teachers, they are not willing to receive the feedback from the student because they think it is really disrespectful, impolite, and disobedient, because some teachers are really conservative and they think they are right all the time. And you know, some kind of teacher like that, we cut the disadvantages for students in the studying process. They will degrade the score that the student deserve to have, or they will change their attitude, their behavior with that individual. And that is what the education system have to adjust it.
Okay. Are there any teachers at your school that you'd want to improve, or that you would give maybe a bad judgment, if it's not too personal?
Thank you for your question. That's really interesting. Well, first, I'm really grateful for what the teachers have done to me. No one is perfect, and everyone have the mistake that we need to correct. And I don't think I will ever judge them in the bad way. Not only does it, I don't think it is effective, it improves themselves. They will feel really heartbroken, and they will feel that they are bad teacher. And instead of that, I will find another way, teacher, I think I need to more knowledge about this lesson. Or teachers, can you raise your volume to the Zoom video? Or can you teach me once again? And they will think that I'm willing to study, and I will feel that they are always willing to give me any help, any assistance. And I'm really grateful that you guys had so tired in 3 days, and I am the last one. So I feel really grateful for what you guys have done for this contest.
Okay.
All right.
Good answer.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bùi Ngọc Thiền Trang.
Xin mời số 142 chuẩn bị.
Good afternoon, judges. My name is Bùi Ngọc Thùy Trang, contestant number 142, and it's such an honor to meet all you guys today.
Hello, Trang.
Hello.
Okay, so choose a number.
Oh, I think number 8 would be great for me. Em chọn số 8 ạ.
Okay, once again, it's about topic 2, COVID-19, and you have 3 minutes. Let's start.
Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, churches. My topic today is number 2. What are the things you learned in lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic? As all of you know, COVID-19 has become a global pandemic that have an adverse effect on our life. However, it is the fact that every coin had 2 sides, and we can't deny the benefit that we can get during the social distance periods. First, to begin with, I have a tendency to lead to a much more healthier lifestyle. During the lockdown, I start keeping to a balanced and healthy diet with a lot of fresh fruit and vegetable. I can also have a chance to take regular exercise in the morning or in the afternoon with my whole families. And also, I make sure to get enough sleep too. And yes, before the pandemic, I'm not a really big fan of fresh fruit or vegetable, but yeah, after the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown, I am now, fully understand the importance of and the essentials of these kind of food. I also, take some yoga. I took up some yoga, and it helped me, you make me feel like much more flexible, and also help me to release stress during that period of time. And also, I put an end to burning the midnight oil, and I make sure to go to bed early, and it give me the the positive energy in the morning, because I got enough sleep. Additionally, during the lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic also give me the opportunities to spend more time for my interests or my hobbies. I can find more hobby, during the social distance periods. I took up reading books, and it impressed me. Reading books keep me well updated and also well informed about the information all over the world, especially the informations about the pandemic. And also reading books motivate me to study harder and harder to fully understand of all the things I can read on the books. And also because it is one of my newest hobby, it helped me to release stress, and it's make me feel like better mentally too. And last but not least, staying at home all the time, I can learn about the mutual understanding with my family members. Before the COVID-19, we are attracted to a fast pace of life, that we don't have enough time for our parents, for our family, and even for ourselves. So I consider the lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic as an opportunity for me to share my time with my families and to take a good care of myself. All in all, I do believe that although the COVID-19 pandemic has some disadvantages, we can learn new things due to the lockdown.
All right, sorry to stop you, but time's over.
Yeah, I finished. I have finished my talk.
Okay, Q&A section, please.
Yeah.
Good job. So you said there are many benefits to the lockdown. Do you want it to continue?
No, I have finished my talk.
Yeah. So in your talk, you said there are many benefits to a lockdown. Do you want the lockdown to continue?
Beside the new things that we can learn from the lockdown, but I don't think that the COVID, especially the COVID-19 pandemic, should be continued, because it is hard. Beside the new thing that we can learn, there are many disadvantages. COVID-19 pandemic has killed a lot of people, has contributed to the unemployment and slow down the economic growth. And I believe that all of the disadvantages suggest that COVID-19 pandemic should be stopped right now.
Okay. Any more questions?
Yeah. Okay, so you said that you adopted a new kind of lifestyle during the lockdown, and that you're closer to your family now. Do you think that you'll continue that lifestyle after the lockdown ended?
Of course, as I have mentioned, I have started a lot of new lifestyle, like taking care of myself, taking regular exercise, or getting enough sleep, keeping to a balanced and healthy diet. And I do believe that they are all beneficial to me. So even during the lockdown or after the lockdown, I will try my best to continue the healthy lifestyle to make me a better version of myself, and also to have me to improve my overall health too.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Trang.
Thank you so much for your time. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Tiếp theo xin mời số 143. Xin nhờ đồng chí kỹ thuật viên để nguyên cái phòng này, đúng không ạ? Chỉ đổi tên thôi. Thì bây giờ cô cứ kết nối, cứ để nguyên máy như này là tôi sẽ hỗ trợ đổi tên. 143 có thi ở phòng này không ạ? Nhờ đồng chí kỹ thuật viên kết nối cam số 1. Cam chính của thí sinh thì có vẻ như out rồi đấy. Đây rồi.
Good morning, judges. Good afternoon, judges. Well, it seems like I am the last contestant, right?
Yeah.
Yes, well.
Okay, so choose the number on the screen.
Well, I could like to choose the number 39. 39.
Thế xin mời đồng chí kỹ thuật viên ra khỏi phòng ạ.
Đồng chí kỹ thuật viên ra khỏi phòng ạ.
Okay, topic 10 is about homeschooling, and let's start. We have 3 minutes.
Okay, well, you know that homeschooling is now becoming worldwide popular. Many parents choose to let their children at home and take the responsibility to educate them on themselves, instead of taking them to normal school and attend normal courses. However, to be honest, I think that children should be taken to school and attend normal course and self-study after work. Well, I could like to say that it is undeniable that homeschooling has provided us with various benefits. Well, many homeschooling families said that thanks to homeschooling, their family homeschooling has bring their family closures. And since parents spend more time since parents and children spend more time teaching and learning together, so it can foster a loving relationship with each other. And homeschool students also don't have to suffer from some school problem, for example, bullying or peer pressures or some spiteful competition. However, homeschooling is softly criticism in some quarters. Well, a common criticism is that homeschooling children don't have as many opportunity to interact with other peers as in comparison with other children who are allowed to attend normal courses. Well, you know that forming bonds and socializing with peers at their own age is very beneficial in the children mental health and develop social life skills. Well, if homeschool children are deprived of the chances to seek up friendship and can suffer from the lack of socialization. Additionally, parents who choose to homeschool their children also face up with some problems. For example, the time management and the teaching methods. They have to set time aside to find the suitable curriculums and find the teaching methods. And not every parents are good at or experienced at conveying knowledge or finding curriculums. And last but not least, it is said that homeschooling seems to be expensive, that it seems to be more expensive than going to normal course, since purchasing the newest curriculum and teaching tools, it can be very expensive that not many families can afford. So in conclusion, besides some benefit of homeschooling, I still believe that it's better to let their next student to go to school, because school is not the place not only convey knowledge but also socialize pupils, which will have a good benefit on on the last state of life. Thanks for listening. That's all.
All right, thank you. Any questions for her?
Yeah, sure. So you said normal school has a lot of benefits. Which would you prefer, homeschool or normal school?
Well, I could I could prefer to go to school to study with my classmates, because I know that when I go to school, I can make up friends. I can expand my horizon, and as well as I can learn some social life skills, for example, interpersonal communication, and especially because I am a student at school, so that I have the chance to join in this contest and to meet you guys and challenge my abilities.
Hey, good answer.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so can you name some benefits of homeschooling?
Well, homeschooling it means that the parent takes the responsibility to educate children, right? So that some children with physical disabilities can stay at home and receive homeschooling. Or some students whose houses are far away from school, that they cannot that it costs time and money to approach school, that they can also choose homeschooling. And also children who are homeschooled can avoid some school problems, for example, bullying, peer pressures, or spiteful competition. And additionally, many homeschool families said that by homeschooling, their family members can get on well with each other together and have mutual understanding. Yes.
Good job. Any more questions?
Yeah. Okay, so would you say that there's something that normal schools could improve on in order to become better than homeschools or than homeschooling and basically make it obsolete?
Well, you mean that I name some matters so that school can improve to be better.
Yeah. What exactly can a school do to become better so that everyone should go to school?
Well,
and not homeschool.
Well, so to become better, a school should solve its problems. For example, bullying or psychological imbalance. For example, schools should let their children judge their teachers, so that teachers can determine their weaknesses, and the school can gather the student comment and measure how satisfied a student how satisfied the student are with the school, in order to construct a solution to some school problem. For example, school violence, abuse, and frequent absence, and so on. And I still think that the Vietnamese educational system should add some extracurricular activities into the studying course in order to boost student social life skills, as well as enhance their confidence and their self-discipline.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you. That's all for you.
Yes, have a nice day.
You too.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.